I've got my own personal testimony about the efficacy of Stem Enhance Ultra and its two companion products, Cyactive and Cyactive Joint. As you've seen over the past 10 days, I had dental surgery on August 17th, but I had to keep working. Good afternoon. I'm still reporting on the... Good afternoon. I'm still reporting on the... Good Saturday morning. I'm still reporting... Good Sunday evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good Friday morning. I'm still reporting on the coup. I started taking Stem Enhance before surgery day. Why? Because SEU thins the glue inside your bone marrow that holds and protects the adult stem cells as they develop. But as we age, that glue becomes thicker, and so it doesn't release as many adult stem cells into the bloodstream as when we were younger. But SEU thins that sticky glue, so you release more of your own natural adult stem cells into your bloodstream, so you repair things faster. Adult stem cells are the repair crews of the human body. They repair just about everything that goes wrong with us. Without them, we would not be alive. Well, you all saw how swollen up my face was at first. But guess what? There wasn't one bit of pain. I was floored. This is radical dental surgery. They removed all the teeth at the top of my mouth and replaced them with 4 implants and 1 giant bridge in about 2 hours, and I was home before dark. But from the moment I woke up from the sedation to today, 0 pain. I took 3 SEUs 2 to 3 times a day, but the swelling was bad, and that interfered with my ability to speak into the camera, so I started taking 2 Cyactives along with the SEU. On the label of Cyactive is a very modest claim: helps balance and calm whole body inflammation. The result, as you saw day by day, was the swelling and bruising went away in record time. I really can't recommend SEU and Cyactive enough. Oh, one other thing. One of the prescription meds the doctors gave me made my hip flare up. For the first time in my life, I was walking around the house like Chester in the old Gunsmoke series on TV, a noticeable limp. So I stopped taking the prescription meds and started up on another Cerule product, Cyactive Joint. It only took a couple of days to start to see improvement, and now, 2 days later, that pain is completely gone. This stuff comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you've got problems that could use some regeneration, give it a try. Check it out at billstill.com, then scroll down and click on the blue More Info button. Good Monday morning. I'm still reporting on the coup. The pressure is building on Joe Biden to resign. Representative Mo Brooks of Alabama yesterday called for an impeachment probe if Biden does not resign or get removed by the 25th Amendment. The mere fact that Biden abandoned Bagram Air Base without withdrawing high-tech military equipment is a windfall for Chinese military technologists and easily considered treasonous activity for anyone holding a DoD security clearance, which Biden does. As one expert recently said, this is such a serious security breach that the military should immediately convene a court-martial and then wait for the politicians to fight it out about impeachment. According to Brooks, President Joe Biden has proven himself to be a complete and total fiasco. The horror of dead American military personnel giving their lives in defense of a botched Afghanistan withdrawal is Joe Biden's pinnacle of incompetence. As such, President Biden should, in the name of honor, resign as President of the United States. America needs a president who shows strength and competence in the face of dictatorial geopolitical adversaries. Time and time again, President Biden has shown the strength of a marshmallow and the intellectual capacity and judgment of a gnat. America and the free world simply cannot afford the risks of such a vacuous man in the office of President of the United States. Should President Biden decline to do the honorable thing and resign, Vice President Harris should initiate efforts to remove President Biden pursuant to the 25th Amendment to the Constitution, said Representative Brooks, who is running for the United States Senate in Alabama in 2022. There was a time when Joe Biden had a keen mind and was capable of weighing myriad facts to reach sound judgments. Unfortunately, those days are long gone. Joe Biden's mental capacity has significantly eroded, and President Biden simply lacks the mental capacity needed to be an effective leader of the free world. Should Vice President Harris refuse to act on her 25th Amendment removal duties, Congress must initiate an impeachment investigation to determine whether President Biden should be impeached for treason, bribery, and other high crimes and misdemeanors. Constitution Article 3, Section 3 defines treason as adhering to America's enemies, giving them aid and comfort. The principal impeachment question Congress must answer is whether President Biden aided or abetted the transfer of advanced American weaponry to the Taliban and other terrorist entities, all of whom have been and are enemies of the United States. If so, President Biden must be impeached pursuant to Article 3, Section 3 and Article 2, Section 4. A secondary impeachment question relates to Constitution Article 4, Section 4, which states the United States shall protect every state in this union against invasion. President Biden is actively aiding, abetting, and coordinating an invasion across America's porous southern border into Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California, and the rest of America, and as such, President Biden's southern border abdication should be fully investigated to determine whether it, too, is an impeachable offense. President Joe Biden had an obligation to safely and securely remove American assets and citizens from Afghanistan. Instead, Biden left the Taliban and terrorist entities with inordinate control over American lives, American military equipment, and American military personnel, thereby putting them all at risk. For emphasis, Biden armed the Taliban and other terrorist organizations, all enemies of the United States, with the latest and best military technology and equipment America has to offer. President Biden's failures have caused a humanitarian crisis and the heaviest loss of American life in Afghanistan in a decade. President Biden has failed as commander-in-chief. President Biden is unable to meet the challenges of a president of the United States. He is mentally unfit to hold the presidency. In a recent news conference, Biden said he bears responsibility for what has unfolded. I agree. As such, the honorable thing for Biden to do is resign. Failing that, the vice president should invoke the 25th Amendment and remove President Biden from office. Failing that, Congress should initiate an impeachment investigation and impeach President Biden if the investigation confirms that President Biden's misfeasance and malfeasance in office are as bad as they appear to be. Remember, go to BillStill.com, scroll down, and click on the More Info button to try Cerule products. I'm still reporting from the soon-to-be-restored Citadel of World Freedom. Good day.